Alright me babbers, so today I'm going to take you on a Bristol trail walk. We're going to go do the Gromit Unleashed 3 trail. So it's a lovely day. Let's do it. So there's a trail in Bristol called the Gromit Unleashed 3 trail. It's obviously the third one that they've done. I remember going to the first one and doing it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. They just do these statues of Wallace and Gromit, and they place them all around Bristol in certain locations, and you can go and find them, hunt them, tick them off, and it's like a little game if you're stuck for things to do with the kids. It's great to do. Once you download the app, it's this app, Gromit Unleashed 3, you can actually go in and look at mini trails. So let me just show you the screen. So it shows you all these trails that you can go on. So I'm going to do the Clifton Trail, and it gives you this. You can go on the map, the trail map, and you zoom in. Once you zoom in, all the little places of this trail. As I said, I've done the first one before, and they have done ones with Shaun the Sheep, and they've also done one with a gorilla dotted around Bristol, but I like the OG, the original Wallace and Gromit ones. So let's do the Clifton Top Trail, and let's do it together, and I'll show you what to do once you get to the statues. First port of call is the Clifton Suspension Bridge. But how pretty is that? The Bristol Barker. So it says enter code there. So they give you a code underneath the little statue. They're tremendously pretty, look. And they're all painted by different artists. I think there's, yeah, so if you look at the little plaque, it will give you some information on it. But you enter the code, which is 7694, submit, and you found a sculpture. So there you go, that's how you do it. Then you go back to the map, and you complete all of these awards. So let's go hunt some others. So that was the first one, knocked off, tick. There was a lovely lady by there. She was really nice, actually. I hope they've got people next to all the Gromits and Wallaces. I'll show you the Clifton Suspension Bridge as I'm going over it. It's much prettier than my face. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. So this was built by Isambard Kingdom Brunel, and it's free to walk across, and I think it's £1 if you want to drive across it, but you get some stunning views, especially on like a day like today. I don't know if you can see over there somewhere on your way, there's a little platform, and that's for the observatory, so we'll try and go there later. So the next one we're looking for is called Mr. Darcy. Looks like it's right by the observatory, so we'll have a little walk up there. What a day, look at this, glorious. It's another amazing angle of the suspension bridge. And this is the observatory. And I can already see Mr. Darcy. Oh, there he is. This is Mr. Darcy. So Mr. Darcy is 8135. Got him, there he is there. That was Mr. Darcy. Somewhere around here is the entrance to the observatory. I think I've gone around the wrong side. Camera, Obscura, and Giant's Cave. So we'll go down to Giant's Cave. This is it. Opening times. It's £3. Oh no, full access is £5 for an adult, £2.50 for a child. So let's have a little look. So we go down to Giant's Cave first. This is it then, is it? That's the one. Ooh. Ooh, that's funky. So the lovely lady did say it's probably better to go the other way around. So go to the Obscura first and then down to Giant's Cave. I thought I'd do it this way while I'm active, but as you can probably see, it is quite tight. I'll turn it around now to show you. So they do give you hard hats if you want to have a hard hat to come down here. There's quite a lot of steps. I've done this once before. You can see that it goes down quite a way. So I might speed this bit up just to show you how long it takes. So you get to see some giants' footprints, and then you get to come out to this absolutely astonishing view. Look at this. There's Eat Great Isambard Kingdom Brew now, and look at that. That is a pretty special view, isn't it, of the suspension bridge? That's a bit freaky. They've got grates where you can walk on sort of over the cliff top edge. A really nice little like excursion to do if you've just got a bit of time, as it is very tight coming down here, and it's sort of, you can only get one person to and from, so if you do meet someone you're going to be rubbing against them. That's how far it goes up. This bit here is especially low. Oh, bag's getting cramped. There we go, we're through. So now we go up to the observatory. More steps. Again, you get some really nice views over the suspension bridge. I think you get like a little show in the camera obscura. So that was Giant's Cave and the observatory in Clifton, and it's only £5 for an adult, and it's really, really cool. So I couldn't really film because it was too dark, but when you get up into the camera obscura, you can just play around a bit, and just shows you parts of Bristol, Clifton, and it's really cool. But yeah, that is the observatory, and that's the Clifton Suspension Bridge, so you can't miss it. So now we are going on to the next one. The next one, I think, on the trail is called the Great Gatsby. It's by CJ Hole, 26 minutes. So I've got to say, I started this about, I don't know, 20 past 11. So it's about half an hour in, and I've found 2. And I've also gone in the observatory. So that's not bad going, is it? I think in this one there's, I think 6 grommets to find. So let's see how long it takes all of them, because this one I think is probably going to be the most strenuous, because Clifton's very, very hilly. Just got to look for a CJ Hole. Oh, this one's pretty. Look at that. Gold. Look at that one. That is beautiful. Great Gatsby. There we go. So that's really nice. Outside CJ Hole, they were actually doing like a cycathlon. So they're actually like doing it for 24 hours, cycling all the way through the night and everything, and collecting money. So what's the next one on the trail? Bobby Dazzler. And that's the Victoria Rooms. I know where that is. I don't even need to put that in the map. So we're almost at the Victoria Rooms now. And again, it's quite a walk from the last one. I would say to do the trails on their own and don't try and go rogue and do them all in one day, because these walking ones are actually quite strenuous. There it is over there. Oh, that is a colourful, glittery one. I like that one. I think that's my favourite so far. That is beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. Bobby Dazzler. That's my favourite. I would say as well, take some time to read about all of these, because it's really cool. It's really nice to know about the artists and who sponsored them. There we go, found Bobby Dazzler. Let's take a selfie with it. Bobby Dazzler, proof that I was here. And look at this, by the way. This is the Victoria Rooms with this fantastic fountain. Right, on to the next one. Casperis, and it's in the Bristol Museum and Art Gallery. It's hidden away in the corner. So there it is there. So there's the Bristol Museum and Art Gallery. This one's called Casperis. Very Egyptian. That's cool, isn't it? Let's do a little selfie with it. These are so fun to do. And there's the art gallery. So have a little go and wander in there as well. So the next one in Clifton Village is called Pine Wolf. So Victoria Square. I reckon it'll take me about 2 hours maybe to do the whole thing and get back to my car. So if you want to do it with like a family, I imagine it would take about 3, but if you want to go in places, you're probably looking at 4 to 5 really. That's the whole point of the trails, isn't it? Is to have a little day trip out of it and go visit places. There we are, found it. So this one's got some really intricate painting on this one. Let's enter the code. I've completed the Clifton Trail. There it is, the final one. So there we go, I finished the Clifton Trail. What do I think? I think it's amazing. I think that's a really good way to spend a day, especially if it's nice weather like this, to be outside. All of these were outside, some of them I know are inside, but it's a nice little, Clifton's lovely anyway, so I definitely recommend it. Go and see the suspension bridge and all the other stuff along the way. And look at this, a little market. Look at this, lovely. The Clifton Arcade. So yeah, I'd highly recommend doing that. It's a really cool way to spend a day. And all the grommets are lovely. I really like the glittery sparkly one. That was my favourite one outside of the Victoria rooms. But if you do it, let me know in the comments your favourite. I think there are, let me get my app out. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trails all across Bristol. Some of them you will need a car because you can't walk all of them. I think you can walk about 3 or 4. So just be wary of that. But until next time, I love you, bye.